can't help myself. I'm in love with you, I just can't help it myself. I'm in love.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's the sound? How's everything going? Hope everything is going well. Hey, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everything is doing well. Welcome to London Trade. We're looking at Bitcoin right now, and we're going to talk a lot about all the stuff that I did with the indicators, with the MT4 version that I now have working really, really well, that I'll show you for those of you guys who are trading MT4, and just generally, trade a little bit of London, see if we can make money out of Bitcoin, gold, and we'll trade NASDAQ on MT4 just for additional fun and profit, hopefully. How's everybody doing? Everybody's good? Gonna let everybody come and crawl into the room here. Let me just set up stuff. Let me see the comments. Hi, Kenneth. How are you? How's everybody doing? Okay, let me just put this up here. Here we go. Oops. What do I want to put up here? All right, I'll just leave FlashTrader up here as a. Oh no, here we go. This is what I want. Okay. So, anybody trading Bitcoin this morning? Anybody? Let's actually, let's do that first poll of the day. What are we trading? I'm trading. We're trading London on MetaTrader 5 and MetaTrader 4. Ronan is asking me what platform we're trading. What platform are you trading on, Ronan? What platform are you trading on? Are you not hearing me? Okay. I think I'm on a little bit of a delay here. So you're on MetaTrader 5. Can we start with Bitcoin? Yes. You're currently trading MetaTrader 4 too as well. Okay, no problem. We will do both. Okay, let's get ourselves organized. Okay, you know what? I'm actually want to. I'm trading the 1 minute time chart right over here, and the moving averages that you see on my built-in indicator are 200 period, 8 period SMA and 200 period SMA over here. Okay. Okay, so which one is this? This is Bitcoin. Okay, so on Bitcoin, I actually just realized something here. Hold on a second. I want to change my BFF indicator properties. No, I don't want trend arrows. I want reversal arrows. Okay, cool. All right. So we're looking at Bitcoin right now, and I'm gonna set you up on the large chart just to kind of give you a flavor, a feel, and a flavor of what's going on here. So Bitcoin right now, 1 minute chart. I'm gonna put this at my regular size. I'm gonna show you my whole dashboard layout. So my dashboard layout, but on all the products that I'm trading, Bitcoin, NASDAQ, gold, is always going to be a 4-panel layout. Each panel has an increasingly larger size. So this is a 0.10 lot. This is a 0.2 lot. This is a 0.4 lot. This is a 0.8 lot. Okay. The MetaTrader platform that I have here has a proprietary indicator called BFF Scalper, which is what I have on the chart here, as well as a proprietary MetaTrader execution tool, which all of these things are created by me. Now, the execution tool is totally yours to test out. Let me put this up here in the chat. You guys can download it and test it out and just see how good it is for what it is that we do. If you want to do short-term trading, long-term trading, it's incredibly powerful because it's much, much better than MetaTrader itself at giving you fast trades with risk control inside of them. Matter of fact, you know what we're going to do right now? We're going to go buy Bitcoin right now because it looks good to me. It's 8 is above 200. Looks like we're popping up, and we're going to initiate our trade right now on the move here as we go. Some long Bitcoin over here, and even better, you guys are going to be able to see that I'm actually. Wait, no, that's the MetaTrader 4. This one, I'm actually trade copying this thing into another account at 5 times my size, and you're going to see this account over here as as the night progresses. But anyways, I'm long Bitcoin. I need to put the take profit properly. This is from earlier today. So with my general structure here is because we're trading in a dashboard format, and because we are going to be managing the position in 4 different sizes if we have to, and because Bitcoin is just so widespread, and you need to give it a lot of room to basically manage your trades. Instead of using tight stops like a 100-point stop, which is going to stop me out basically all the time, I use 1,000-point stop, 100-point target, but that's an emergency stop. We almost never come into that position because we're always managing the trade in 4 different tranches. Most of the time, hopefully, we usually only manage it in 1 or 2 tranches. But you'll see how the whole thing works as my process unfolds today. But the bottom line is the BFF scalper indicator is proprietary to my MetaTrader 5, MetaTrader 4 platform, as well as to TradingView. So let me show you the TradingView version of it in case you guys want to see it. I have so many MetaTraders going on. So this is a TradingView version of it. And if we were to put Bitcoin on this, and I were to go full screen over here, you'll see that it totally imitates my MetaTrader 5. Same, 200 period SMA, 8 period SMA. This is what's called a retrace label. It tells me I'm in a retrace mode. The way this thing is set up, I buy dips in an uptrend. So it dipped a little bit. I'm buying this in an uptrend. In momentum mode, I buy rips. I buy breakouts in an uptrend. Since I am basically a retrace trader, I like to buy things on a when they're discounting, and then I like to sell them when they're appreciating, regardless of whether I'm trading with trend or not. It makes it much, much easier for me to trade in a retrace mode. But the beautiful thing about the indicator is that it's completely and totally set up in either way. So it can work completely and totally in both ways, for your enjoyment and pleasure. So that's the basic setup of my structure over here. And now we are going to just simply observe how it's trading in a dashboard format, in a tranche format. So this is tranche 1, tranche 2, tranche 3, tranche 4. If I need to use them, great. If I don't need to use them, I won't be using them. Hopefully I resolve it sort of in like one structure. So this is the Bitcoin layout. This is gold layout. Let's take a look at how gold is trading. And gold, we'll have to go back to bigger levels. Gold is essentially in a sell mode, right? The 200 period SMA is above the 8, so it's still in a sell mode. It's kind of moving back up towards its moving average, and I don't have a signal in gold here. I would need to have a purple magenta signal here in gold to tell me that gold is a sell. So since I don't have a signal in gold here, I'm not going to do anything in gold until I do get some kind of a signal, and then we'll initiate gold transaction. And then finally, here's the MetaTrader 4 platform. Same, everything is the exact same. Everything is replicated in this situation totally. But the difference with MetaTrader 4 is, I'm just basically trading NASDAQ. And as you can see in NASDAQ here, we had a big breakout, I guess, since the European session. And again, I'm looking for that magenta arrow, like a dip arrow in the move, to see if I can. Oh, actually, let me go full screen here. Do I have it? No, I don't have it. So to see if I have a signal. So if I had a signal to buy here, it would have been a great entry buy here. Right now, I don't have it, so I'll have to wait to see what I can do on my NASDAQ as far as that goes. So let me put this over here on the trade. The only thing I need to do here on NASDAQ is just set up my sizes properly. 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.8. So we'll use MetaTrader 4 now, for NASDAQ, and we'll use everything else we'll use Bitcoin and gold in MetaTrader 5. Is that clear to everybody? I try to just basically explain everything as best as I could here to everybody. I know it's a lot. The cool thing is all of this stuff is 100% free if you guys open up an account with our friends at ACAP. That's the only way you can kind of get it. So let me just sort of put the link in here. And it's a very, very small buy-in. Just $500 opening account will get you my indicator, will get you my execution platform, my FlashTrader execution platform, all of it for you guys to keep and trade. And by the way, you can trade them with any broker, any MetaTrader broker. You'll be able to place those trades with, but I need you to open the account with ACAP and trade with them to get the product. So that's basically the story. Now we're going to just see how we can trade Bitcoin, because that's our favorite trade in London trade. It has nice little movement. Bitcoin has been this sort of 99.95 trade for the last 3 or 4 days, right? Today it's mildly bid, but clearly, we see that price action has kind of really slowed down. Price action generally has slowed down. I think as we go into the holiday season, it's going to get even slower, but we're going to try and make the best we can out of it. The great thing about the way we trade is it really doesn't matter where things go. As long as we just have a little bit of movement, we're able to capitalize on the trades. So I am long Bitcoin at 791. TP is 891. It's almost right there. Ooh, right there. We're almost there. Are we almost there? Close. Okay, so watch this. I closed this trade 100 points on Bitcoin, right? But here's what I wanted to show you that's really, really cool. Because I'm using Trade Copier, and again, the Trade Copier is totally free as well. Look at my P&L here. I P&L'd this at 5 times the size. And if I had more than one account, I could have each account making that money and see all of that totally 100% without me doing anything. It's all pre-configured. It's all done. It's all super easy to do. So that's another thing I totally forgot about, is that if you guys want the product, if you want the execution platform, if you want the indicator, and if you want the Trade Copier, that's all free if you open an account. All you got to do is just open an account. Let me know that you've opened it, and I will send you the Dropbox link to download everything that you need along with instructions. So it's really, really cool. Hopefully you guys like that. Okay. So Biddy to me has been pretty much a buy to dip trade for quite a while, and I'm perfectly happy doing nothing but trying to buy those dips. I love to. My favorite trade is when the moving averages are close. Like this. If you go into the full structure here, when they're close and we have all these dip trades, purple trades are just buying the dip. I love to buy those purple trades because that really gives me great entries. You can see I had a whole bunch of buys here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if you can see this. You probably can see it a little bit more, right? See all these whole bunch of buy trades here that I done earlier before you guys were online just to trade Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is just a super easy trade to do, and it's really, really a lot of fun. A lot of fun to trade. Let's take a look at what gold is doing. See if we have any chance in gold right now. Let me go to the large screen. Gold is still. Let me see what's going on here with the indicator. Okay. So I think while I was talking, there was a reversal arrow here. See, I missed the trade here. The market popped up over here. Remember, we're in a negative trend condition in gold. Gold is sold down, so we want to sell rallies. And there was a sell the rally signal here at what time is this? I guess. Oh, this is before the market. Before I talk to you guys, this is all before. This is just literally just when we went on air. So I don't have any signals here. So if this thing kind of pops up above, you know what? Screw it. Let's just let's just trade gold a little bit. I'm gonna sell gold, and not a great entry, but we're here to trade, and I want to show you my style of trading. We're relatively above the moving average, kind of, we buy the dip. Now, if gold rips really, really high up here, great, we'll sell a little bit more. But right now, I'm at a bad entry. So instead of my usual 2 target, I'm probably going to just simply see if I could set a $1 target. And I think this trade also replicates. I believe this is the same thing. So I just want to show you what happens as we replicate. And we're close. 70. See, the cool thing with this indicator, look how fast I can close this trade. Boom, closed. I closed it at 91.91 points, right? On this trade, gold made $1 on gold. But more importantly, let's go back to my replication account and look at this. Look how my replication account is just growing. Boom, 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 right? So the cool thing about this is, if you want to have an aggressive account, so let's just say I have one account where I want to be super, super careful. I want to trade low leverage, low size, so on and so forth. Another account where, it's balls to the wall risk. Like, let's say I'm going to put, 5,000 into that account, and I'm going to trade it max leverage, max size, because the intention here is with my good account, let's say I want to make, 10, 20%. In careful trading with careful sizing. In the other account, I want to see if I can either double it or burn it, right? Doing it this way is so much more intelligent. First of all, because you're segregating money. When you're segregating money, the cool thing, when you have separate accounts, if one account gets blown on a margin call or anything else, all your other money generally is protected. It's very, very, almost never happens where you have such a big hole in that one account that the broker is going to ask you for money. Almost always the systems in modern brokerage now are such that you will get there will always be a stub of money left in the account on a margin call. So you're never vulnerable. But by segregating it, let's imagine, you have $50,000 and you take, just for argument's sake, you do it in 10 separate accounts. If you blow a $5,000 account, you still have $45,000 left. If you keep everything in one account, then that one big loss could be a $20,000 loss and just take your whole account down. It just makes so much more sense, in my opinion, to segregate. But the cool thing is, you could trade the exact same trade, no extra effort, no extra labor, no nothing, with the trade copy format as I showed you, and essentially build build your aggressive account very nicely while trading your conservative account in the most conservative fashion, which I really, really like. The black line is the 200 period SMA, 200 period SMA, and the red line is the 8 period SMA. It's pretty cool, right? Let me see. Let's do a poll of the day first. See, do we like trade copy? I'm actually curious because this is a new thing that I wanted to kind of show you, because again, the software is there. It's all free, just like my software is free, and it's really, really useful. It puts your control, the level of control you have. The level of control you have with my tool is enormous, because you can see how how well it controls risk and how well it controls trading. And then the level of control you have with the trade copier is also really, really amazing. So just very, very cool, as far as trading goes. Okay. So, okay, gold chopping. Where's Bitcoin? Oh, Bitcoin actually looks good again. You know what? We're going to go back to buying Bitcoin. Maybe a little bit. Let me see if I want to go buy it again. I don't quite have the signal in Bitcoin right now, the dip signal. But I was going to try and trade this. Okay, we'll let it go. Since I don't have a signal in Bitcoin, we'll let it go. Let's go look at NASDAQ and see how NASDAQ is doing. All right, so this is here's a good example of we're going to do a lot more riskier trade, but I'm just going to have fun with you guys on this. Let's try this. I'm going to get long NASDAQ here. Take profit is going to be 10. I'm going to reset my structures here. Again, I'll put the 100 stop just here as an emergency stop, because we're going to manage this trade. But here's what I want to show you as part of my structure. So 10. Just resetting all my trades here in MT4. By the way, the MT4 version, God, MetaTrader 4 is just so blazing fast. I always forget how fast this is. So I bought this in a very, very awkward position, pretty much where the moving average is like at the high of the moving average. My general methodology is to buy when the moving averages are close, and and buy on the dip, buy below the 8 period moving average whenever I get the little signal. You clearly see I don't even have a signal here yet, but I'm buying this. I'm putting myself specifically into what I would consider, for me, a unfavorable position, just to show you if I can work my way out using my my dashboard structure, meaning my multi-tranche entry structure. Because the idea that I wanted to show you, if it works, we'll see. It could be a stupid trade. Is if I'm going to be falling over here, if the trading, if NASDAQ trades are going to start falling, I'm going to be able to have the ability to come in with larger size at a better value here, and then a better value here, that perhaps all the way to support value at the 200 period SMA. So it's, what is it, 350 to 320? Not not too far as far as the distance compression for me to try to resolve this trade if it doesn't go my way. And then also just the fact that, we've had a pretty strong trend move to the upside. Maybe we have a little bit more of a continuation move. So I'm just kind of, freestyling on NASDAQ, mainly because I wanted to just show you the MT4 process just as easily as the MT5 process goes. And also just to give you an idea of how you could be very, very flexible with the approach. That's the whole point, is that you have this indicator trigger, you have the execution system, and then you have the dashboard layout, all of that kind of a triple arm position to help you trade better in any instrument that you choose, right? You saw me trade NASDAQ, you saw me trade Bitcoin, you saw me trade gold. Now I'm just going to have a little bit of fun of NASDAQ on this trading. Gold is short. We took a short trade in gold. Somebody's asking me how gold is. Gold is short. We took a short trade in gold, and so far, and then that's been our first trade of the day. Made a little bit of money and kind of just watching how gold trades. Very, very flat. One of the things that makes me cautious right now is when gold starts to, when the 8-period moving average starts to trend up. You see how these arrows are all going up? You get higher arrows. When I have the higher arrows on the downside, let me go to full screen so you guys can actually see this. Okay, so if the arrows are falling, like this arrow is lower than this arrow, that's where I like to be selling this. I like to be selling the rips when they're falling. You see how it's all falling and the trend is falling? But look what happened here. This is the first arrow where the trend is rising. It's actually showing us a divergence. And when I get a divergence, I don't necessarily want to be short anymore because the trend is basically over. It's a lot cleaner and easier to see this on my BFF scalper signal. Sorry, guys, it's just like I have so many things open here that. Okay, so let's show this on gold so you guys can actually see this. Let me just get this organized here. Okay. Sorry, guys, I got to see it. Oh, man. Inevitable. Just the downside of me trading so early. I'm always going to have the sneezes in the morning. Okay. So in TradingView, which is a much more robust indicator platform where I could write a lot of stuff with ease, the clues to trading are much easier to do, because what we're looking for here is anytime we have a reversal label with an L. L means lower low. So if I'm in trend, I want to keep selling lower lows. First, we get a little bit of a divergence. We have a first H, but then we resume the lower lows, right? We resume lower lows and the trend resumes downside. Now we're starting to see H's. An H means a higher high in a downtrend, which is a divergence signal telling you that there is far less probability that gold is still in a downtrend. It's telling you that gold is actually bottoming out and may again resume its uptrend on the 1-minute chart. So when we're in this H format, which obviously a lot easier to see on TradingView, which by the way, I will also give you access to. Probably most people, I imagine these days, trade both with TradingView and MetaTrader. But it's really, really useful to have this because it's a much cleaner, easier indicator platform. When you see this, I'm far more cautious about now trading gold in this position. I'll wait to see how it's trading. If maybe it retakes the moving averages, takes the upside, and we'll trade it that way. It's actually very, very good for us to look at the state of trade in all the indicators. So the state of trade, for example, here's Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is clearly sending us an H signal. H signal means, we're making higher highs. We want to be positive in an uptrend. So unfortunately, I'm not getting the signal here because it just keeps moving up. But if I get a dip in Bitcoin, I absolutely Matter of fact, I'm getting a dip right now. It's 34, 35 seconds left. So we can actually go to our Bitcoin condition right over here. And let's have fun with it. We'll go buy it. We'll buy Bitcoin here as our initial opening trade. Now, can it fall all the way down to the 200 period SMA? Absolutely. But that's the beauty of my dashboard system is we're going to, if it falls against us, we'll be able to come in at better prices and hopefully resolve the whole trade better. I pulled my trigger a little bit too early. I should have waited till the candle closed, and so I came in at a worse price. But I'm just trying to demonstrate the trade to you. The cool thing about the way I trade is, even if I get bad entries, even if I get wrong sizes, I have lots and lots of opportunity, hopefully, to work my trade out. So in this particular case, here's the other cool thing about FlashTrader. Watch what I can do that's so neat. I can set this to a 50 target, right? Instead of a 100-point target, 50 target, because like I came in at a bad price and maybe I want to resolve this at a smaller take profit. And I'm just going to leave it up there. I'm just going to leave it up there. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, it doesn't. We'll move on to the next signal. So, for example, my next signal will be somewhere close to support over here in the 700 region. You're going to see me try to take the position there. But if it rallies a little bit and TPs for me, wonderful. But I don't have to worry about it because it's all preset. You see the tool already knows to come in at 50. By the way, the tool is so cool. Watch what I can do. I can do one. I can say, oh, you know what? Sorry, I can't do one. I was wrong. I think I have to do 10, right? Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Look at this. By the time I was putzing around, I already made profit. So we took profit on the trade, which is beautiful. And again, buying the dip in Bitcoin just been a money trade over and over and over again. So it's been super, super easy to do. That worked at half size, right? Like you can literally see it over here, right? You can see the whole thing coming in here. And let's see what I did on my trade copy here. Yeah, my trade copy, up nicely for the day. So this gives you a really good flavor of the kind of structures that I do and what I'm doing as far as trades go. Let's see what everybody's talking about in the poll. Where's my poll? I don't know what happened to my poll here. Oh, I guess my poll disappeared. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, no, close. Oh, I wonder why my poll is not working. Okay. We'll try to figure it out. So Bitcoin resolved again. Gold is sort of trying to figure out if it wants to go to positive trend. Here's gold. Let's go to 4. Gold is now if gold starts to move down, right? You see how the moving average starts to climb back down, and it starts giving us a lower low, opportunity to come in. We're gonna short it again. Because if they start to separate down to the downside, that's a good signal for us to go, to the downside. And where's my NASDAQ? What's going on with my NASDAQ? Oh, NASDAQ is just, we're just floating. It's not doing anything. So NASDAQ is kind of remember I told you I got into the NASDAQ trade to show you the ability to try to resolve these things if I get into trouble. So might get into trouble here, and let's see what I can do with my NASDAQ trades here. So far, it's just very, very quiet. But it's I'm fully confident that this was probably the top in NASDAQ, and that it's going to start rolling down over here as we go down. In which case, I'm going to try and buy my next tranche. So my first entry in NASDAQ is around 61. It's about 10 points against me. At around 20 points under, if I can get around the 40 level, I'm going to try to work my second tranche of NASDAQ entries to see if I can buy pretty much at this level of, what is this level of support here? This is about 41 right here, and see if we can make bid over here on the trade. It's just a cool way to show you how you can use the whole dashboard system to try to manage the whole position. I wonder what my pose. Let me see. Let me try my other. Let me try my other computer here to see what's going on with. Oh, I see it. Do I like trade copy? Yes, 73 against 23. Very nice. So I'm going to close off this poll. Very cool. We'll close it down, and we'll see what else we can do. All right. So you see, NASDAQ is kind of starting to slip down a little bit. Most likely into this corrective zone here. As I said, this was a bad trade, but I took it specifically to show you how I could try to work my way out of a bad trade if I have to. Now, one thing that I can do here is I can set my stop to essentially 0.1 in the money, right? Instead of 10 in the money, now it's kind of like a break-even stop on this particular tranche. You see how the take profit went to 1 in the money over here? Is this? Let me see if this works. But it did. I guess it doesn't work in MetaTrader. As far as I think. Wait, hold on a second. Maybe it works like this. Oh yeah. You see how it went? See, the stop loss was 61. The entry was 61.7. Take profit is 62.17. Right. So watch this. Watch what I can do. If I go, just for argument's sake, let's say I want to make my take profit back to 10, right? I just put 10 in here, and watch what I can do over here. And zipped in. You see how that changed to 71 without me doing anything? And if I want to come back here and I want to set it back to 1, I did. And now it's kind of like at a break-even position. Anyways, it's breaking down, and when if it gets to around the 40 level, I'm going to see if I could. I'm going to be looking for a green candle, a support candle, and see if it can if I can enter that position. It looks like it's finding a little bit of support earlier, which is fine. If this thing finds support a little bit earlier and comes out and re-rallies back up to the highs, I'll just let that trade go. The key thing about using my whole tranche position is you want to make sure that your level 2, level 3, level 4 entries are really well spaced out in terms of structure. You don't want, if you're gonna spend money on a position, you want to make sure that it's at a good price. Since this is already a terrible price that I came in at the top, I really kind of want to make sure that my second entry is at a better price. Not so. If this is a terrible price and it still works, great. If it's a terrible price and not working, then my second entry should be at a much better price. So you're kind of watching the whole map of trading as kind of a battle of attack, and using all my tools to help me manage that on NASDAQ. Okay, so we're gonna leave NASDAQ alone. Let's go back to actual trading. Bitcoin is already. Bitcoin came up. Bitcoin took out 97. There we go. So now if this thing starts dipping below, I actually want to be a buyer let me reset this. Let's get this a little bit bigger here. Okay. Okay. So you see how this is now starting to dip below the moving average. Maybe if it gets into like the 9,800 level, I'll open up a new position here. Just watching Bitcoin, see if it can dip a little bit below here. But he really wants to go up. All right. We're going to chase Bitcoin. I just made a chase trade just for shits and giggles because Bitcoin really looks like it's pretty well bid. Again, bad entry trade on this Bitcoin, but here's a good example. I mean, I'm hoping that we'll see. Jesus, I need to make this 100. I'm hoping that momentum will take us back up, and if it doesn't, I'm very, very confident that somewhere around this level, I'll be able to resolve the whole trade. I mean, Bitcoin is kind of my bread and butter trade in London because it moves better than anything else. Everybody kind of trades Bitcoin in London. Gold is my second trade. And then NASDAQ obviously is much quieter. So it's not really, really that active. Let's see what NASDAQ is doing. Where are we? Well, NASDAQ is almost back up to where we were on our position, right? And here's the thing that I can do. It's really, really cool. So I have a tiny little loss in NASDAQ. I can just hit close over here. Boom, I'm out of it. You see, I'm just out of the position and essentially scratch. The proper trade in NASDAQ, remember I told you I bought the trade way, way up. The proper trade in NASDAQ was like somewhere right around here in this dip mode. That would have been the more intelligent trade. So like if NASDAQ dips well below the 8 moving average, somewhere around here, as my first entry, that's where I really want to be on my NASDAQ. This gives you a really good idea of how you want to be thinking about trading. Here's Bitcoin popping again. Now watch this. I'm going to put this myself again to 50 points in NASDAQ. In Bitcoin, let's see if we can make the 50 points. Because Bitcoin really moves nice and fast. So it's what we need to do, 97. If it takes out 97 again on the bid. So let's see if they want to run 97s. We're almost there. Yeah, Bitcoin has huge spreads, but it also has huge moves. And I love that. Like as long as you can accommodate for the spreads, the moves really, really make it super cool to trade it. We basically need to, I think, about 97.30, 97.40 on the offer for the bid to make it. I used to never like trading Bitcoin, and now it's become literally my favorite instrument, especially in the way that I trade it right now. It's just been super, super fun to trade. Let's just check in on gold, see what gold is doing. Gold is coming back down, right? Just slightly. So if we go to full chart, it's starting to still higher high over here. This trade was a higher high. So the next trade, if we're like lower over here and rallies at a lower high, that's going to be a good short for us. Basically, if gold drops at around 37, comes back up around 39.40, I want to be shorting it at that point because it's resuming its downtrend. It made a valiant effort to try to come up to the uptrend, but kind of starting to to come down. So not much going on over here on gold. Gold's been relatively quiet and clearly in a pretty consolidative phase. Bitcoin died out a little bit at 97,000. Not a surprise, and may see some profit taking going on here, which is now we're going to get you're going to get kind of interested in trying to manage this whole correction move here in a proper way. So I'm going to show you hopefully how we can do that, and then let's see what's going on over here. Look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ really came back out. All right, NASDAQ is kind of double topping over here. And I make it, I love to trade against trend. I love to short tops, buy bottoms, but I make it very much practice not to do that with you guys because I don't want to give you bad habits. So tempted as I am to want to short this NASDAQ over here, I'm not going to do it. As a matter of fact, we can take a look at, I'm just curious how the NASDAQ is about 14 basis points in trading view, in the indicator in the trading view. We have very specific rules for when we want to go against trend. And the first and foremost rule before anything else is that the moving averages have to separate. So the 8-period moving average has to be wider than the 200-period moving average by at least 30 basis points. And it's only 14, basically 50, about halfway to its width level. So it's not really overbought, but it is showing some signs, like you have an L over here of divergence, of some corrective divergence, but it's probably going to go higher. So there's zero reason actually in any way, shape, or form to do this, to not want to trade this. All right, Bitcoin is a little bit low. What's going on here? Did it stop quoting? Oh, my quotes died. Oh, Bitcoin quotes died. Oh, okay. We have to wait to see how if they replenish. I wonder if let's see if the feed died. Wow, what happened here? Yeah, the Bitcoin feed died. You see the Bitcoin feed kind of died? Let's see if there's any... Oh, there it is. It came back up. Maybe, no, it was just super quiet. Okay, here it is. It got refreshed. Okay. So Bitcoin actually is coming down. So now it gives us a chance. When it gets to the 800 level, we're going to go to the second tranche. We're going to see if we can manage the second tranche here in Bitcoin. But again, I don't want to be buying it until I get a really good value proposition, and that's going to be somewhere around this like 800 level. So if it comes down in a correct, like I told you, it looks like it was 97 got rejected. It's going to come down a little bit to test the bottom. I'm happy to play that game with them. But we'll have to wait. We have to wait patiently until it comes in. All right. So what I'm looking for here is the bid to go into the 700s. Then I'll do my sort of second tranche level on Bitcoin. if I get that chance. Just checking on gold. Oh, gold is rising. So gold is actually a good short for us. Let's go. Let's do some short on gold. We're going to sell gold at the 40 level here, and just because you see this is a rip position, meaning it's a rally in a downtrend. I'll sell the rally, and if it goes higher, I'll be happy to sell it at the 200 period SMA. But let's see if gold had kind of reestablished its downtrend. So I sold gold here into the 40.5 level on gold, targeting 39. All right, let's go back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin came down, but didn't come down much. Everything, it's interesting. Even Bitcoin is a lot more placid. Like it used to be trading 2,000-3,000 points a day, and now it's trading 500-600 points a day. So you have to be a lot more patient and wait for your spots, and give it a lot more time to develop as far as trades go. Boris, you loving the BFF scalper? Thank you. BFF scalper is awesome. Really, really good tool. Obviously, for those of you guys, by the way, who want to trade futures with me, I'll be trading futures in the New York session, New York Open. But trading CFDs is just so much fun. Honestly, I used to say, I only want to trade futures, but if I had my druthers, frankly, if I had all the time in the world and all the all the focus in the world, I probably would only trade Bitcoin at this point because it's so clean. And then maybe to trade a little bit of gold on the side, because it just got such nice volatility. And as traders, that's what we really want. We want volatility. Although today the volatility is very, very placid. We're not really getting too many moves. You got 2 for 2 this morning. Good. What were you trading, Trishi? What were you trading? Tell me what you were trading. I'm curious. I trade London every single day at 4 o'clock in the morning, New York, right? And we trade for about an hour. So we're almost done with our trading. I'll update you guys tomorrow on how all of these trades develop, as we go along. But again, I want to reaffirm, like, this tool, this indicator, the trade copier, all of that. If you want the tool, and you can obviously use it for a million different things. You can use it for trading Bitcoin. You can use it for trading Forex. You can use it for anything. All of that is available for you. Here's if you want to just test it, I'm going to put the link in here for you to test it out. And if you want to actually get it full time, all you need to do is just open up an account with my friends at ACAP, and you will get it full time, and you will get it all of the stuff, including the trade copier software that I showed you. All of that totally free. So it makes it really, really cool to be able to manage everything. All right, guys, I'm glad it's working for you guys in Forex. I don't trade Forex at all. I've given up trading Forex a long time ago. Not, just because it's so boring for me. I love, we want to make, you see, we traded with you. I traded with you today already 4 times. We made money 3 times in Bitcoin, twice in gold, and scratched out at NASDAQ because, NASDAQ trade was just for show. And if I was doing Forex with you, it just like I'd be lucky if it was a 3-pip move in the euro dollar. So I need the price action. That's what that's what I love about Bitcoin, is because the price action here is just the best. Anyways, guys, I gotta run because I got a meeting at 5. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll update you on everything that's going on. We'll pick it up. Please let everybody know. Let all your friends know that we trade every single day live. If they want to figure out how to trade gold or Bitcoin, this is the money. This is the money hour for that. And if those of you guys want to come in and hang out with me in New York, trade futures, I'll be there. We'll be trading NASDAQ and S&P and gold also on the future side. All right. Yeah, we're all different. Exactly. We're all different, Rishi. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Hope you really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you guys today. I'll be honest with you, the next couple of weeks, it'll be a freaking miracle if we get one trade off. It just, it's going to be slow. Everybody in about a week and a half, it's going to die out, and we'll probably take a little vacation because there's no point in trying to, squeeze blood from a stone. But in the meantime, 3 or 4 trades a day, still not bad. The replicator, you see how trade copy really makes nice money for me on larger size without any effort. And I just love that process. So if you guys are interested, I'm happy to set that up for you. Anyways, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Enjoy. I'll update you on how this goes. This may take a couple of tranches for us to work out. Obviously, markets are super slow, right? So we're not getting too much price action today. And I'll just may take me a couple of hours to work these trades out. So I'll update you tomorrow. Everybody enjoy. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 4 a.m. New York. Take care. Bye-bye.